What up, y'all? What it do? I'm Miss Indigo Blue. Welcome to my channel, Zen Mother's Garden. Here on this channel, we do tarot readings and channel chit chat. Channel chit chat also occurs during the tarot readings. The tarot readings that I tend to focus on are going to be both love and money monthly readings for individual signs. And then for the collective, we will do new moon and full moon readings. Every week we will do a guidance reading based on the other monthly readings that were done, and then any other channel chit chat that is necessary to come through from me to you. So I hope that you will enjoy this. This is going to be my second upload of this nature, and I do want to speak on why when I first did the first reading things didn't continue. As we all know, the state of the world right now is so different. Just looking back from now to then, things have changed tremendously. And one thing that I am very aware of is that a lot of us felt like we were supposed to be making all of these moves and doing all of these things. And then in this time that's been between now and then, which was about January, February, and it is now May, every noise that can be going on outside right now is going on because I cracked this window. So sorry for the background noise. But we've been feeling like we were supposed to do these things and do these things, and then we've been feeling like we've been stagnant. The whole world has been stagnant. But for those of us who are tuning in, those of you who are tuning in to this message along with myself, we weren't ready. We thought we were ready, but we were still hanging on, which is what that previous message was actually about. If you didn't read it, please go, or listen to it, please go listen to it. What that previous message was about was us still trying to have one foot over here in our 3D, what I need to survive feeling type work, and our 5D purpose fulfilling, seeking work, and then trying to do this when it's unnecessary, knowing that when you step in over here, it then fulfills the shoe over here is the ticket. So before I start my readings, I do open my Bible and I take out a scripture and I see where that leads me. I also had to listen to my previous reading because I felt like not a whole lot has changed since then. Not for myself, and probably not for those of you who are tuning in. So there was a lot of devil energy that was like either we just had walked away from it, but then as we went down the road, we still got to a place where we didn't want to be. And we were like, dang, how did I end up here? How do I gotta go back? I gotta retrace my steps and I gotta fix this. And the universe has set things up right now, so it's very easy for us to fix things. And I know it sounds crazy to say that things can be easily fixed right now when there's so many retrogrades going on, but there's a different energy signature that's required for us moving forward. And this may be the most important thing that I say today right here. Before, the way the world was built and the way that we had to get things done, we had to be strong. We had to show our strength. We had to push through the obstacles to move forward, and we had to really be those strong people. Stand up, live in your truth, fight for what's right. But a lot of that energy is being taken over by Mother Earth. Mother Earth is really encapsulating a lot of the fight on our behalf. So what is left for us to do? Be smart. Fight smart. Be wise. Use your wisdom. Use your knowledge. Use your mind to push forward. Now it's time for us to sit back and see things in perspective and then pause and then move forward. Where before we were so strong and we were so fighting. We were just like, I want to say a bull, just running forward, full charge after whatever it was that was in our way, ready to knock down that big brick wall. And it's not necessary anymore. So the message for those of you who are tired of the fight, we just want the fight to be over. It's over. Play smart. It's chess, not checkers. It's tennis. Only you can beat yourself. Your opponent cannot outsmart you. A lot of us were our own opponents. A lot of us were playing cricket when we thought we were playing tennis. When that ball kept bouncing back to us, it was a ball that we were bouncing back and forth ourselves. And so this new moon is here to give us a new opportunity, an opportunity where we do the smart thing and don't have to do the strong thing. This new moon is saying you don't have to fight anymore. Pick and choose your battles and let the ones that are either of physical nature or ones that are going to drain your energy, ones that are going to have to let somebody know, all of those type scenarios, those are the scenarios that you need to now ignore. Let that opponent eat itself up. Let Mother Earth, let our spiritual guides, let our ancestors fight those battles for us, because while the enemy is fighting, we're going to be over here. The enemy's going to have its back to us. The enemy is going to be over here fighting with Mother Earth and the ancestors and all of these other things that are going on. And we're going to be over here making moves, okay? So this is your opportunity to move and move in silence. There's a lot of people who you probably have in your circle who are well-wishers, but they may not have too much going on for themselves, which makes it really hard for them to be in support of you. That is the other trick that we are tricking ourselves with in that other reading, was us thinking that we needed someone else, depending on someone else. It wasn't that we were choosing the wrong person to depending on somebody else, period, thinking that we needed somebody else, period. We are actually afraid of ourselves. The devil is us. The demon is us. Self-doubt. Those are the only fears that are keeping us back. And so I'm going to just share not the content necessarily of the scripture, but what scripture it was that I read previous. I was led to read previous to this, so that if you want to read it, you can. It was the book of Ezra, chapter 10. And in it, it speaks of foreign wives and foreign children. This is what we have been doing. We have married ourselves to foreign wives. Those 3D things that we were holding on to, those were our foreign wives. And we were attempting to birth foreign children. And I just heard the word abort. Like, you need to abort those missions. Those missions that you were coming up with on your own, those ones that you thought were going to keep you monetarily safe, those ones that you thought were going to keep you, I think that we all have learned during this downtime that we've been given is that we don't have to do so much to stay afloat. You don't have to do so much to stay afloat in this world, because you have a higher purpose. And when you have a higher purpose, as long as you are serving into that, then you're going to go where you need to go. You're going to be covered where you need to be covered. You're going to be protected, and you're going to be guided. So it's time to give in. It's time to give in, and it's time to let go of those foreign wives. So not in a physical sense. And when we look in a physical sense and we think of someone who's married someone who's foreign, though we can see the resemblance of holding on to what you think is your purpose or your gift when it's actually that mind trick, right? So when you marry someone in the physical who's foreign, say you're American and you marry someone from India, and um, they are of a different religious background from yours, probably one or both of you have to give up either bits and pieces of your own religion to be active in their religion. I would think that the way that you have been taught to serve would be very different. And so if you're over here celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah or things of that nature, and this person doesn't celebrate those things and is not willing to go outside of what they do in order to celebrate those things, your household's going to have some type of adjustment. If they are people who recognize the Sabbath in their household and you become part of their household, you then have to recognize the Sabbath. Um, it can be good and it can be bad. But when these things, and I say that to say bad because you would be giving up a part of yourself, but that part of yourself, um, even that can be good or bad. It's all about perception and the perspective that you see it from. It was something that I didn't really believe in anyway. I was just doing it because my family did it. Then you want to give that up, right? Because it wasn't you anyway. It wasn't your natural nature. But that doesn't mean that taking on what they do is your natural nature either. So you might be trading one pony for another pony when you're looking for a horse, you know? So trick no good. That trick over there was no good. This one trick pony over here is no good. And you're looking for that horse that you can get on and you can ride out to freedom. And they both just keeping you in that fence, chewing on some grass, right? So when we get with foreign wives, we create foreign children because either that foreign baby is going to have to come up in the manner of which that wife is accustomed, or you can try and force it into your customs. But the reality of the matter is, when you are married and you have connected yourself to that energy signature, then that energy signature is going to be part of you and part of your life no matter what. So as long as we are dedicating ourselves to energy signatures that are not ones that we are supposed to be connected to, all the babies that we are birthing are going to be reflections of that energy signature, and it's just not going to get us to where we need to be. So also in this book, it spoke about 3 days, and like it was like brought down like, okay, you got 3 days to get these people in line. And then they were like, hold on, there's been this many people over and over and over and over, all of these families, the children of this person, the children of that person, the children of that person have all married themselves to something foreign. So it's not a quick fix like them 3 days. How are we supposed to do that? And the thing about it is, it's not so much that it can just be done in 3 days, but you can make your mind up to make the change quickly. And when we think about the moon and we think about the moon staying in phases, we can pretty much see that phase for about approximately 3 days. And so it's time. And sometimes time is short. I won't say again that the opportunity doesn't come back, but it's here right now. It's yours for the taking. But you do have to make your mind up to receive what this new moon is trying to bring to you. Okay, so my camera cut off. I don't know why. But you do have to make up your mind to receive what this new moon is trying to bring to you. This new moon is in Gemini. So what is the symbol of the Gemini? It's like two faces looking at each other, right? And so you really need to take a look at yourself and see who you are. You really need to take a look at yourself and see what is your purpose. You really need to take a look at yourself and see what have you married yourself to that is really not of you. What things do you need to let go of so that you can, I'm hearing, when you have attached yourself to something, it's like a computer. So you have a motherboard, and the motherboard can receive all of this information, and then once all of the slots are filled up, then the motherboard can't receive anything else. And as long as you have a foreign object, say in this position, when you should have something else there, it's a blockage to what should be coming in. So you have to remove that foreign object out of that space so that the right piece can come in and fit. So it's not just, that's why you can't do both. You can't have your feet at two different tables. You can't have your one foot in the water and one foot in the sand. You really have to plant yourself in the correct position so that you are able to get the accomplishments carried out that you are supposed to accomplish. So this is like a setup time is what I'm hearing. Like it's time for you to set up shop, get all of your ducks in a row. I'm going to shuffle the Rider-Waite. I'm being led to pull 4 cards. I'm just relighting my incense, a new piece because the first one went out, in my palo so that we can receive this message clearly. So the four cards that I pulled are the Empress, the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. I'm here and pull 2 more cards. Almost like those 4, the way that I placed them, the last 2 were to enforce the first 2, and now the last 2 will come out together. So as I continue to shuffle for this final portion of this read, looking at the Empress, and we were just talking about what? The wife. There it is. 1. I'm going to keep these cards face down so that I don't see them. The wife that you have chosen to marry, when your real wife is waiting for you. Underneath the deck now, as I've finished the shuffle, Seven of Cups. Bunch of confusion. A whole lot of mess going on either in your head, in your mind, in your world around you. You might have a whole lot of opportunities out there and you've been looking at them all like, I don't know, which one am I supposed to be doing? And this is part of the reason why you are not on your purpose, because you are looking at these energies and these opportunities that are all over the place, when there's just one thing that you're supposed to be doing, and you know what that one thing is. But you haven't married yourself to it so that you can birth that baby. In order for you to really walk into your purpose, you're going to have to say, this is my wife. I marry myself to you. I take you and I become whole, so that the children that comes into this world and moves our lineage forward is of one energy, one accord. What card is enforcing the Empress is the Five of Swords. So not only have you married the wrong energies, they're causing you to fight battles that are unnecessary to be fought. Because when you take on the wrong wife, it's a struggle for you to be able to parent the way you want to parent. It's a struggle for you to be able to lead the way that you want to be lead. It's a struggle for you to be able to get your message, your lineage, your energy to move forward, because that wife is fighting with you. It's an ongoing battle. So it is a battle within yourself. You've married yourself to the wrong purpose. You've married yourself to the wrong calling. You've married yourself to the wrong job, the wrong employer. It could definitely be people, and they are causing you a bunch of battles. Especially when people talk about things like soulmates and twin flames and things of that nature. And there's so many people out there right now that the readings that you hear, you have to be of the understanding that there's people who have set themselves up with other people for the wrong purpose. They were trying to get their money up, and this person wasn't asking nothing from them. They were able to set themselves up in a certain manner while leaving their true wife over here to suffer and fend for themselves, while they keep that person worry about that person, and keep that person in the back of their mind, while they're sitting over here trying to work on themselves, essentially using the person who's in front of them. And this is something that we're doing with our gifts. We're essentially using the natural gifts that we have, trying to manifest something in this 3D world that's not disconnected to our true nature, our 5D self, our higher self, or our spiritual self. So while it might look good even in the 3D, it's not looking good overall, because it's causing us to fight battles, and these battles are leaving us confused. How come this didn't work? I thought this was it. It's leaving our hearts empty, and it's taking us away from everything that we're supposed to be doing. The next two cards that were pulled were at the top, the Three of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Wands. So again, you've been working hard and diligently on these things, and you've been showing them off to people. Ooh, look at this idea I came up with. Ooh, they're all earthly. And how strange is it that there's only 3 Pentacles on this card because it's the 3D earth. You're putting all your works and your powers and your things in this work, whether you're trying to show somebody here in this plane what you can do and what you're capable of. You're wanting somebody here to see or recognize, or you're trying to show people here what they can do even through your 3D works, when that's not it. That's not the way. So very quickly, these 3 days, this new moon is coming with this fire energy saying, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started in here. Like, it's ready. Like, I'm on fire and I'm coming. So put this work down. Quit trying to make it plain and make it easy and make it, because that other people can see is not your purpose. You are supposed to be doing something bigger, something better. So I haven't revealed even these last cards to myself. We have the Two of Cups. I'm hearing cheers to you. But I'm also hearing the cups clank and a goodbye, good riddance. You weren't my first love anyway. You weren't my heart's true desire. And I just heard that Jodeci desire. And I want to give you so much. All the things that you mean to me. This is what you're saying to your true purpose. I want to take and pour all of me into you. I want to give you everything that I got. Like, even these other gifts that I had, I was putting a lot of work into them and everything, but it was like surface level because it wasn't nothing but some 3D stuff anyway. So I couldn't really put my all into it. Like, I can put my all into you. This is the purpose that comes from the heart and pierces out through your eyes, like when you look at that person and you can just see in their eyeballs the love that they have for you. That is not just no regular kind of love. Like, this love runs deep. This is the love that your true purpose is going to pull out of you. That when you start working on that baby, when you marry yourself to that wife, it's going to come down from so deep in your body. That fire from your belly is going to get to come up to your heart. Finally, you're going to feel some warmth in your heart. And everything is going to be complete. It is time to let go of your past. It is time to let go of the things that you know are not things that you should be married to. It's time for you to quit birthing babies that have no meaning. It's time for you to quit birthing babies that have confusion written all over them. And it's time for you to stop birthing babies with the wrong intentions. Where do your intentions lie? If you feel like you don't know your purpose, choose one. What is something that you feel very passionately about? Quit waiting on God, the ancestors, and your guides to tell you what it is you're supposed to be doing. What makes your heart beat? What can you create that makes you want to say, oh, I just want to love you. I just want to love you. And knowing that when you put your love into it, it's going to bring you this 4 of Wands. It's going to bring you the stability. It's going to bring you the love. It's going to bring you everything that you want. Your foundation will then be stable. You won't be on rocky ground. And my camera cut off again. I'm going to use a different recording method next time. there's not much left to say. It's time to build a new foundation. It's time to really look at your purpose and say, this is what I'm here to do. And again, if you, we don't want to choose another ill-fitted wife. But the message here is that you know that you've married yourself to something, someone, some place, some energy, some job, some purpose that is foreign in nature. And it ain't like that fast, fancy car. It ain't shining and it ain't pretty. It's keeping you dull. It's keeping your light put out. And it's keeping you from having solid ground because you're in a bunch of confusion. You're all over the place. I really don't feel like any of this needs any clarification. The message is to let go of those foreign wives. Open the door, open your heart space, open your love and yourself to clanking cups with the right wife, clanking cups with the right partner, clanking cups with the right business, clanking cups with the right energy signature. Get stable. And right now there's no better opportunity for getting stable. With what's going on in our world right now, even the people who don't really have much to stand on are being given a lot to stand on, a lot more than they've been given in the past. And a lot of that is because in the future, it's about being smart. So how are you using these things that they are giving to you right now? Are we taking these gifts? They're sending us an empress who's already with child. Are you building the correct foundation so that when that baby comes to fruition, it's a clanking of the cups? You have to move out of your own way. You got to sit back and you have to let the energy that is being given to you from a world where things are not seen occur. These things are coming up and being born in a different world, and they're being brought to you here. And you're going to have to step down off this bench, stop looking at this 3D work that you're doing, and turn around and see that there's something else over there that will bring you so much more joy. That if you marry yourself to this new energy, this smart way of living, that it's going to bring you much more stability than any of those other options that you thought were bringing stability when all they were bringing were confusion. And even when I keep picking up this card, I've been sort of ignoring the fact that the Lovers was underneath it. Some of you, this is about love. Some of for you, this is about having the wrong people in your life, whether you love them as a friend or you love them as a lover. Some of you have connected yourself just to the wrong people. But some it's persons, some it's places, some it's things, some it's jobs, some it's energy signatures. And then I see here underneath that card is Queen of Cups. So what's going to make you emotionally fulfilled? You're fighting unnecessary battles right now. It's draining all of your energy. You're tired. It's time for you to fill up your cup and marry your King of Pentacles. Because right now, you're working with this small deck. And look at him. He's up here. He's showing how much work he's put into this to get these little 3 pentacles out. But when you sit down and you go, I'm really going to do what fulfills me. I'm going to serve my true purpose. You get the King of Pentacles out. And the King is sitting down. All the work is done. Everything is done. He's reaping what he's sown. He's receiving this energy because he married the right wife. So stop waiting on these ships to come in. These 3s are gone over these next 3 days, right? These 3s are gone. We're not waiting on that old energy to come in. We're not waiting on that old thing that we set intentions on. We're not waiting on that old manifestation to come and fulfill us anymore. Because the Ace of Cups is here with this new moon. We have a new beginning. And if we focus on this Ace of Cups and we marry ourselves to our true purpose, then we will end up on solid ground. It's time to end up on solid ground, and it's time to stop with the heartache. It's time to stop with fighting unnecessary battles. I am Miss Indigo Blue. I thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time on my channel, I hope that you truly enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below so that I know if this resonated with you. Also, please subscribe and ring the bell if you want to see more. I definitely will be doing another reading similar to this for the full moon. But since I didn't do monthlies this month, what I will start doing is our guidance readings, weekly guidance readings, and I'll start with next week as to say what should we be doing while this energy is present, right? Present. So we already know we got to look at what have we connected ourselves to that's foreign, that's a foreign object. Even your natural body, when you put something in it that is foreign to it, it encapsulates it and then it fights against it. And then it gets rid of it if it can. If not, it becomes what? A cancer. So we can't continue to keep going on with these cancers, because cancers make you fight battles, right? They make you fight battles. Tumors make you fight battles. These things that you have attached yourself to are tumors, and they're malignant. And as long as these malignancies are in your life, you're going to be sick and slowed down, tired and worn out. Your foundation is not going to be secure. You're going to be full of confusion. You're going to keep wondering why things are not working. So we'll look into next week the guidance as to what we need to be doing in order to get that stable foundation. You have to make your mind up right now, though, while this new moon is here, to say, I surrender and I let go of those past energy signatures. I remove those false masks from myself that say that I am he or she, and I am moving on forward in this new energy with this new wife, and I am going to create new babies. Okay? I love you. I thank you so much. I'm so excited about this channel and all of the goodness that it's going to bring into not just my life, but all of yours as well. I'm going to sign out here, and I'm going to say, may you have the may you be smart enough to make the choices necessary to get yourself on the right path.